this video, I'm going to give you guys 5 career choices that I think are great start if you do not want to see yourself coding in your job. I know not all of us love coding, and yes, there are other opportunities and there are other ways to go about it. Maybe after this video, you will know which one you like. Hi fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Happy New Year guys. I hope you guys are having a great year so far. In this video, I am going to be telling you guys about the different career paths that you can take that do not require you to code. This is for all the tech graduates as well as people that just want to break into tech. It's not only people that have a degree in tech that can work in tech, and we'll get into that as we go. I know that you guys are into the thick of it. You're trying to figure out your careers and you're trying to be in the job market and find the job of your dreams and your dream careers and your dream everything. In this video, I'm going to give you guys 5 career choices that I think are great start if you do not want to see yourself coding in your job. First on the list is a data analyst. I know data analysts do some level of coding, but it's really not that deep. It's not the same as software developers or software engineers. What data analysts do is that they look at data and examine it to help the company make better decisions. Okay, let me break it down using an example. Let's say there's a data analyst at a supermarket. What a data analyst can do is look at the data, and when they're examining the data, they can see that customers usually buy bread on Friday afternoon and hardly on Mondays and Tuesdays. So that kind of data can help the company make better decisions. For example, the company can now start making sure that there is more stock on Friday afternoon because they know that a lot more people are going to buy bread on that day. And to avoid losing costs, they will make sure that they do not have a lot of stock on a Monday and Tuesday because people don't buy bread on that particular day. I hope this makes sense. So this is how data analysts add value into a whole business. This is their job. So how you can become a data analyst is you can go to school and do a degree. This can be either a tech degree or business degree, and then you can also do certifications and short courses. In this day and age, it's not really the traditional way of schooling that helps you get to where you want to be. If, for example, you've done something totally different from what I just mentioned, you can go into like short courses. You can do a certificate where you can upskill yourself and start looking for jobs. It's really that simple these days. So I wish you guys all the best. So here are a list of skills that data analysts should have, and if you're interested in this type of role, these are the skills that you should start working on, and make sure that you put them on your CV if you want to start looking for these kind of roles. I'm sure you're wondering where you can find these courses that you can do to upskill yourself. I know most of the courses you can find on Microsoft, Google, IBM, Udemy, Simplilearn, all of those platforms. So let me just give you a few names of the courses that I think will help you. So Excel for data analytics, SQL for beginners, Power BI or Tableau courses. I think those are like, yeah, the base that you can do to get yourself started. If you're a data analyst, please make sure you comment down below and let us know what other skills you think are important and what courses would you recommend for people that want to be in this role to do. Number 2 on the list is a business analyst. This is another type of analyst, but this one doesn't deal with numbers and data. They deal with the business side of things. So I'm going to explain to you what a business analyst does, and you will see what the difference is between a business analyst and a data analyst. Let's get into it. A BA, business analyst, they deal with people. This is a very client-facing role and people-faced role. So what the BA does is they talk to people and try to understand the problem so that they can design the solutions. So if you love a client-facing role, this is probably the one for you. I'm going to give you guys a practical example of what their role is, right? Let's say we have a business, an online business, right? And then we have customers that complain about the online store. So what the business analyst is going to do is they're going to talk to staff and customers to understand what the problem is. And what they're going to do next is to write down the requirements for the tech team. So business analysts work closely with developers who develop the system. So they're going to write down requirements. You see, during a software development process, there's that process. If you did computer science or IT, you know this. There's a process where you draft the requirement specifications for software that needs to be developed. So I know most of us have done a whole software development project during our final year or sometime during our degree. So there's a step where you have to write down the requirements and specifications. That is like the documentation part of it before you can actually do the execution of the code, right? So what the BAs do is that they are responsible for that documentation part where they draft the requirements, the specifications, and everything like that. And then once they're done with that, they're going to give that over to the developers to develop whatever needs to be developed or fix whatever needs to be fixed. The BA role is to figure out the problem. Like for example, if a client comes to the company and they say, okay, this is the type of a system we want to develop. We want to develop an online store and we want people to be able to check out and see the orders and order and everything. So what the BA does is they will sit with the client, they will understand what the client wants, and then they will write the specifications of what the client wants, and then they'll take that to the developers to develop the system. Okay. I'm not really sure if you can become a BA using through a short course or certification, but I do know that if you have a business degree or a BSc degree, like tech degree, or something along those lines, you can definitely go into the BA space. I'm just not sure if you can do that with a short course or just a certificate without the actual qualification. But if you are a BA, please let us know in the comments down below so that you can help us. Okay, thanks. So the kind of skills that BAs need to have is obviously problem solving skills, because they're gonna have to, analytical thinking, communication skills, interpersonal skills, and adaptability. These are just some of the soft skills that you need as a BA. Next on the list is a cybersecurity analyst. I know, lots of analysts, but I promise this is the last analyst, okay? High level, what a cybersecurity analyst does is they protect the company's systems, data, and networks from cyber attacks and hackers. Let's look at a practical example the same way we did with the last two analysts. A company notices that someone is trying to log into their systems from a very suspicious location or suspicious account or whatever the case may be. They will then investigate the activity. They will also make sure that they block any suspicious access so that whoever's trying to get into the system doesn't win. And then once they've done that, they will make sure that they strengthen the access controls around the system to make sure that they prevent this from happening again. Fortunately, cybersecurity is one of the easiest roles you can get into. Well, what I mean by easy is, of course, it's not that easy. It's cybersecurity. Okay, but what I mean is that you don't have to do a 4-year degree or whatever that the case may be. You don't need to do the traditional schooling. You can actually do short courses, you can do certifications, and these alone can get you into a cybersecurity role. So that's what I mean by easy. But obviously job hunting is not easy in South Africa. Of course, if you went to school, cybersecurity is a very strict I would like to think it's a very strict industry where they are very strict on like the degree that you did. So it's not like one of those diverse courses or one of those diverse fields. It's actually a field where they need you to be a tech graduate. Like for example, you must have done computer science or IT or information systems or any technical degree. I would like to believe. I haven't seen anyone that is into cybersecurity that has done like business administration, for example, unless that person went on to further upskill themselves and get a certification or do another course in cybersecurity. But otherwise, if you just have an undergraduate degree or a diploma or whatever the case may be, it has to be something in tech, definitely something in tech like the ones that I just mentioned. But of course, if you don't have a degree, or maybe you have a degree that's not relevant to cybersecurity and you want to break into the field, you can definitely do that by doing short courses on Udemy. There are lots of courses there on Udemy, Simply Learn, on Google, on Microsoft. There's so many platforms that you can use to upskill yourself. But I would advise you to do certifications, because these certifications come with courses as well that you need to go through for you to be able to to get certified. So I'm going to give you guys a list of those courses that I think are important for you to learn about cybersecurity, and they can get you into the job market. For entry level, of course, is CompTIA Security Plus. This is a really good certification if you want to break into cybersecurity. For starters, it is very easygoing, very like if you are a person that has no knowledge of technology and everything like that, CompTIA Security Plus is very friendly for beginners, so definitely you should do that. But if you do want to start, there are two courses before that. I think it's security, I think it's CompTIA Network something, or I will check for you guys and put the names on the screen. But there are two courses that they advise for you to do before doing the Security Plus. Maybe once you're in the Security Plus course, then a lot of things make sense to you because you went through the last two courses, but these are definitely not mandatory. You can go straight into Security Plus if you don't want to do them. But I mean, I haven't done them myself, but CompTIA Security Plus is definitely on my to-do list, and I would advise anyone that wants to get their knowledge in cybersecurity to do it. Okay. Another one is a CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker. This one, I would like to assume that it is more specifically for people that want to do penetration testing, or that are in like that want to be hackers and stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure how that goes. I'm not sure if you need to have some level of experience before you can do the certificate. I'm not sure about that, but you guys can check that out on Google. Or if you're interested to know, you can let me know in the comment section and I will do my research and get back to you. But otherwise, that's also one of the certifications that you can do. And then this certificate is from Cisco. Yeah, it's offered by Cisco. And then another one is certified in cybersecurity from ISC2. Yeah, it's called CC, so certified in cybersecurity. You can definitely do that one. I've seen a lot of my colleagues have done it and it's great. I love it for them. Yeah, you can also do that one. I would like to advise you guys, for starters, do your Computer Security Plus, and then you'll think about the rest later on. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a list of skills that I think are important for this role. Obviously, I got these skills from my research, and I would like to think these are important skills. So here we go. So soft skills: problem solving, attention to detail, communication, analytical thinking, proactivity, teamwork, and stress management. Definitely, I agree with that. So hard skills, these are like technical skills, I believe. So this is network security management, incident response and handling, cryptography, digital forensics, cloud security, security information and event management, programming and scripting, hacking, regulatory compliance knowledge. Definitely very important. I did ask someone that is on cybersecurity whether they do code and stuff. That's why I have this on the list, and she said that it's very like it's not that deep. So what they do is scripting, which is not as hectic as coding, and it's really not, they don't do it that often. So that's why I would think that it's not like a major part of the job. Like the same with data analysis, it's not like a major part of the job, you see. So yeah, that is that on cybersecurity, and I hope you guys have learned something from this. If you are a person in cybersecurity, please add in the comment section below what skills you think are important. Where should we go to learn about cybersecurity? What courses should we do? Which platforms should we look at? And that will be very helpful information. Thanks. Okay, now we are entering my territory. It's the fourth job that is on the list is IT or IS auditor. For those of you guys who are watching this for the first time and they don't know, I am an IT auditor by profession. Obviously, I'm now focused on regulatory compliance, but I am an IT auditor by profession. So definitely, if you have questions regarding this, I am your girl, okay? I can talk about IT audit the whole day, but I'm just going to try to make this as short as possible. But if you do want more information about the IT audit career and everything, head over to my TikTok. I have tons of videos explaining what IT audit is all about, the courses you can do, the certifications you can do, literally everything you need to know. And obviously my comment sections have a lot of interested people, and I answer a lot of questions there, and that can help you as well. So yeah, check that out. Without any further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so what is an IT auditor, or what do they do? The main thing that an IT auditor does is that they check the company's applications or systems and ensure that these systems are compliant, they are secure, they're reliable, they are working as they should, and they are compliant with policies, procedures, rules of the company or regulator or whoever or whatever the situation may be. Like we've been doing, I'm going to give you guys a practical example so that you can get an idea of what the role is about, right? So let's say the company has a payroll system, right? We check that the company payroll system calculates the salaries correctly. And what we do check also is that we check that this company, the system cannot be hacked, or the data cannot be changed or tampered with. We also check that there are proper backups and security controls in place, and we make sure that we test these controls and check that they are working and functioning correctly. Obviously, there are tons of other things to check on the system, but these are just some of the things, some of them that I can let you guys know of. If not, we're going to spend the whole day here. If there are any findings on the system, we'll draft a report and then recommend how the company can fix these issues as well. Example of a finding could be that maybe when we were testing the access control procedures, we noticed that there's a weakness with the access controls, that unauthorized people can get access to the system. So then we report that we draft that on a report, and also write the impact, the risk and everything, and then put the recommendations there for the company to fix whatever issues that may be. So fortunately, to become an IT auditor is really easy. You just need to have a 4-year degree. Well, it is easy because it's a diverse role. Unlike cybersecurity, they do accept people from all different backgrounds. You just need a 4-year degree in either of the following qualifications. To be honest, the list is endless, guys, but I will try by all means to put a list of everything on the screen. If you do want more information, go to my TikTok account, okay? I will link my TikTok account in the description, and I also put the name of the account on the screen as well. Please head over there. The important things, right? What are the skills that IT auditors should have? I've spoken about this on this channel and on TikTok as well, but I will say this for people that are here for the first time. So for IT auditors, you need to have good communication skills, teamwork. We work in teams a lot. You need to be able to be a good multitasker. You need to be able to have proper time management. You need to be an analytical and critical thinker. The list is endless. You have to have adaptability. Communication is literally a no-brainer because this is a very client-facing role. You have to talk to clients in order for you to test their systems. So that's just it. It's more like a business analyst because we deal with this. We kind of both deal with people and clients. So that's like the similarities with both of these roles. So what are the certifications that you can do, right? You can do short courses, obviously, just to help yourself understand the role if you're interested. There are courses on Udemy about what IT audit is all about and everything that you need to know. And in terms of like professional certifications, there is a certification that is very popularly known in this field. Everybody wants it. It's called a CISA. CISA. It stands for Certified Information Systems Auditor. So that is a certificate that is worldwide recognized, and it can get you places, can open doors for you. So you definitely need that. Obviously it's not a must, but you can do it if you want. I think it's really advisable for you to do it if you want to grow in this field. Another one is ISO 27001 lead auditor. ISO is a very in-demand skill nowadays, so for you to get that certificate, it will really help your career. And then CompTIA Security Plus, obviously, because we also do cybersecurity audits, and I think it's very important for you to understand cybersecurity, information security, and CompTIA Security Plus is a great course to do and a great certificate to do for you to be able to show that you have skills in this and you know exactly what you're doing. There's CISM, Certified Information System Manager, but I think that one, I'm not sure if a CISA is a prerequisite for it because that one is for managers, so you have to have so many years of experience for you to be able to do that. I know with a CISA you need like 2 to 3 years of experience in the field to do that. There's just a lot of them. Please check my TikTok account for all of these certifications, but the ones I mentioned are the most important ones, and they can definitely set you apart in this role. I think I've spoken a lot about IT audit. I spend most of my time on this field and on all other fields, but you guys must understand that this is my passion and this is my job, okay? This is not just based on research, this is actually based on experience, okay? Anyway, that is all on IT audit. I think I am done. Let's move on to the next one, okay? Okay, so this last one is for the people that really want to work in software, but they just don't want to deal with coding. If you are interested in the software space, definitely you should consider this. This is called a QA tester. QA stands for quality assurance. So QA testers check that apps, websites, and software is functioning correctly before it's implemented. Using an example, as we always do, so let's say a company is building a mobile app, right? What a QA tester will do is that they're going to check that when a user wants to log into the system, they can log in successfully. Let's say that maybe this application is a banking app, right? So they will check that customers can do bank transfers successfully. They check that all the buttons and the menu are doing the correct things, because you don't want to click the menu button and then you're seeing something that is not really it. You see, when they click on that button, it's showing exactly what it's supposed to show. So that's what a QA tester does. They check that functionality to see that everything is as it should before the application or system or website or whatever the case may be is implemented. So part of QA testing is to be able to see that there are no problems or issues with the software before it's implemented. Obviously, if they do come across issues, then they will report this to developers for them to fix it, and then once they fix it, then they will do retesting and then see if everything is well put together and functioning correctly. This is a field that I have little knowledge on. I just know that the people that are doing QA are mostly tech graduates. I have never heard of a short course that you can do to be a QA. I'm not sure if that exists, but if they do, please let us know if you know of this, okay? I know that tons of people that I went to school with that are QA testers, and I have seen some people on TikTok that are QA testers, but those people have actually studied something along the tech. So here are some of the skills that I think are important for QA testers, right? If you are interested in this kind of field, you can definitely start learning these skills and, you know, put them in your CV to make sure that you stand out. So the hard skills, like I mentioned, these are technical skills: test automation, programming languages. You definitely should know programming languages because you're going to You're going to be in software, but not that you're going to be programming, but you're going to be in software. Okay, so database management, technical documentation, web technologies, API testing. And then for the soft skills, critical thinking, creativity, of course creativity, written and verbal communication, project management, problem solving, and organization. I can't really tell you guys what the skills because I'm not in the role. I'm just gonna give you like additional skills that I found during my research that I think are important for you to have and for you to start learning about. Okay, so these are the top 12 QA engineer skills to put on your resume. So the first one is Selenium. I'm not sure what these things are, but it's up to you QA testers, well, aspiring QA testers, to find out. Okay, Jira, I know Jira. Postman, I don't know Postman. Jenkins, I know Jenkins. Cucumber, I don't know Cucumber. APM, I don't know what that is. Load Runner. Git, I think this is GitHub. Everybody knows GitHub. SQL, I know SQL. Python, this is another programming language. Test Rail, I don't know what that is. Rest assured, okay, I don't know, but these are the skills that apparently should be on your CV, the important skills. So maybe you can start learning about those type of things, you see. Anyway guys, that is it from me today, and that is all the top 5, well, not top, but these are my 5 career choices that you can definitely look into if you hate coding like I do. I went into IT audit because I hate coding. So I wish you guys all the best. May all your dreams come true. May you be prosperous in this new year, and may you find your dream job, and may you build a career that you love and that fulfills you in this 2026. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. This year we're going to be tapping into career content, some serious content, less vlogs, more career content, and I am looking forward to that with you guys. I know that this is kind of content that's going to help you guys in your careers, and yeah, I will see you guys next time.